श्रीचक्र वरदाचार्यं शुद्धसत्त्वगुरुत्तमं श्रीनिधिं राघवं वन्दे ह्यपार करुणाकरं यतिपते कपिलादिमथानिते भणितिभिः परम् उन्नतयुक्तिभिः परिहृतानि विचिन्त्य विदश्रुतेः परमानन्दतु पूरितमानसाः. Namaskaram to all. Yesterday evening I happened to receive a mail from a person named Sri Parikshit Ramanuja Dasa. In that mail he had quoted some YouTube links of videos from a person who has been following Buddhism in the name of Sanatana Dharmam. Actually, they are all Prachanna Buddhas. They are hiding their true identity of Buddhism and speaking their philosophy in the name of Sanatana Dharmam, in the name of Vedas, and in the name of Bhagavad Gita. Such a person, in many of his videos, has just spewed venom on Bhagavad Ramanuja in the name of criticizing Ramanuja's philosophy of Visishtadvaita. He has spoken lot of abusive words against Ramanuja, and also taking Bhagavad Gita book in his hand, he is proclaiming this Bhagavad Gita never speaks about Vaikuntham. If there is a lokam called Vaikuntham, then Bhagavad Gita would say you reach Vaikuntham and attain liberation. Rather, Bhagavad Gita says you know, you realize and thereby attain liberation. So as per the concept of Bhagavad Gita, liberation is not going, reaching Vaikuntha. Liberation is realizing here itself. That is liberation. He speaks holding Bhagavad Gita in hand. Another thing he says, Bhagavad Gita never speaks about Vishnu, having darshan of him, four-armed Narayana. Nothing. It is not said in Bhagavad Gita. So all claims of Ramanuja are false. He says, Ramanuja, he just misinterpreted all those verses. Ramanuja added Pancharatra philosophy into Bhagavad Gita and gave new interpretations. Like that, many things he says. And finally, the best joke of the century, he says, Bhagavad Gita's main motive is Jiva and Ishvara are one and the same. Myself and Bhagavan, we are all one and the same. All of us are gods, one God. All of us are that one God. Everything is one, no secondary. This is the main goal of Bhagavad Gita. And many more such things he had said. I don't want to give free advertisement to that channel which hardly has 1,000 subscribers. So let us stay away from those people who are confusing us in this Kali Yugam by preaching Buddhism in the name of Sanatana Dharmam. At the same time, it is the duty of every Ramanuja Dasa to give rebuttal to such person who spews venom on Ramanuja, who speaks wrongly about Visishtadvaita philosophy, and who misinterprets Gita and accuses Ramanuja of such misinterpretation. So I thought it is our duty to give a proper explanation to what Ramanuja says in Bhagavad Gita Bhashyam, and it perfectly coincides with what Krishna says in the Moolam Bhagavad Gita verses as well. So, as per Bhagavad Gita, Krishna does speak of Vaikuntham. Krishna says you should reach Vaikuntham to attain moksham. Where in 8th chapter, Shloka number 24, you can refer, because that person asks, where did Krishna say you attain? Gatva, where did Krishna say? Now I will tell you the answer. 8th chapter, 23 and 24th verses you see, Yatra kaletu anavrittim, avrittim chaiva yoginaha, prayata yanti tam kalam, vakshyami bharatarshava. Which route, when you travel in that, you never return back to this cycle of samsara material existence, I will tell you that route. Krishna says, Agnir Jyotihi, Ahas Shuklaha, Shanmasa Uttarayanam, Tatra Prayata Gachanti, Brahma Vido Janaha. Now, you need not have great Sanskrit knowledge. Prayata, we say Prayanam, right? Prayanam means journey. Once you say journey, liberation is not here itself. You have to undertake a journey. Krishna says lots of lokas. Agnir Jyotihi, you have to go to the world of Agni. Ahaha, you have to go to the world of the deity of daytime. Shuklaha, you have to go to the deity of Shukla Paksha, that lokam. Shanmasa Uttarayanam, you should go to the world of Uttarayana deity. By traveling that path, Tatra, in that path, Prayataha, those who travel, Gachanti, enter, they reach the realm of Vaikuntha. Then that person will ask, Vaikuntha is not given. They say Brahma, they attain Brahman. The reason is, Ramanuja points out beautifully, The attainment of Vaikuntha Loka is not important for us. The Brahman, Bhagavan in Vaikuntham is more important. So if we say he reached Vaikuntha, that doesn't mean that whether he attained Bhagavan or not. So he attains Brahma means in the place, in the Nitya Vibhuti, permanent residence of Brahman, he attains Brahman. That we have to understand. Then he asks, no, the word Vaikuntha is not used. See, Shastras use a lot of word to denote Vaikuntha. Paramapadam, Tadvishnov Paramam Padam, it is there in Veda itself, in Narayana Suktam. Kathopanishad also says, Sodhvanav Paramapnoti, Tadvishnov Paramam Padam. Similarly, Brahmalokam, Chandogya Upanishad says, Brahmalokam, it says. It means the realm of not Brahma, Parabrahmam. And why can't it say Vaikuntha? This terminology differs always, because Vaikuntham is it is referred to as Vaikuntham because as per Sanskrit grammar etymology, Vaikuntham means, Kunta means obstacles. Vaikunta means the place where you enjoy Bhagavan without any obstacles. Paramapadam means the highest place. Our Shastras use different terminologies to denote the same loka. It can be called Vaikuntham, it can be called Paramapadam, it can be called Brahmalokam. The terms may differ, but the place is one, because each thing has got a separate reason or rationale for that name. Kathopanishad says, Sodhvanav Paramapnoti Tadvishtoh Paramam Padam. Narayana Suktam says, Tadvishtoho Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surayaha. Paramapadam means the highest abode, that is none other than Vaikuntham. Again, Brahma Lokam, Chandogya Upanishad says, the Lokam of Brahman, Parabrahmam is Narayanan. So his Lokam, Vaikuntham, it is Brahma Lokam. Vaikuntha, that itself has an etymological significance. These people assume that we name that as Vaikuntha. So if there is no Vaikuntha in Vedas, then there is no Vaikuntha at all. That person is saying there is no world called Vaikuntha. No. Vaikuntha means, Kunta means obstacles. Vaikuntha means the place free from all obstacles. There you can enjoy Bhagavan without obstacles. These people, they have to realize, we also accept that Bhagavan is everywhere. But though Bhagavan is everywhere, if you want to experience and enjoy him uninterruptedly, you can't do this in this world with this body. You have to leave this world, leave this body, enter into the spiritual abode, spiritual universe. There you can have uninterrupted enjoyment of Bhagavan. So it is called Vaikuntham, the place for uninterrupted enjoyment of Bhagavan, the divine spiritual bliss without any obstacles. So Vaikuntham is there in Bhagavad Gita. He quotes another shloka, no, Brahma Bhuvanal Loka Punaravartino Juna. All lokas until Brahma Satya Lokam, they all get destroyed in Pralayam. Yes, we also accept, but Vaikuntham does not get destroyed, because you see this shloka, 8th chapter 23 and 24. There Krishna says, those who go to the abode of Bhagavan, Parabrahmam, they don't return to this universe. So even if you go to Brahmalokam, you may come back, that may get destroyed, that's different. It is subject to creation and destruction. But Bhagavan is beyond all these things. That is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita itself. You see, it is a big scam. In Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, 16th shloka, that person quotes the first line alone. Abrahma bhuvanan lokaha punaravartinor juna. Till Brahmalokam, wherever you go, you will come back. Here Brahmalokam means Brahma Satyalokam. There is another line in that shloka which this person carefully just leaves it out. What is that line? Mamupetyatu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate. If you attain me, you won't come back to this universe. Mamupetyatu kaunteya. But this fellow says there is no Vaikuntham. Even if there is Vaikuntham, you go, you will return. No. Chandogya Upanishad says, Nacha punaravartate, Nacha punaravartate. You go there, you will never come back. Similarly, Brahma Sutra, Anavritti Shabdat. If you go to Vaikuntham, you will not come back. Chandogya Upanishad speaks of the way, Archiradi Margam, Archishohaha, Anna Apuryamana Pakshat, Yan Shadudang Yeti Masangstan, Masebhya Samvatsarat Aditya Chandramaso Vidyutam, Tatpurusho Manavaha, Sa Enan Brahmagamayati, Yesha Deva Patho Brahma Pataha, Yetena Pratipadyamanaha, Imam Manavam Navartante. If there is no Vaikuntham at all, if liberation can be had here itself, then why should Vedas speak about all these routes to Vaikuntham and all, Archiradi Margam? Why should it speak? There is no use of speaking all these things. So it is clearly mentioned that there is lokam of Bhagavan. It is called Vaikuntham. It is Shashvatam. It is beyond creation and destruction. At the same time, Bhagavad Gita also speaks about Atmanubhavam. Those who want to enjoy their own soul, that Anandam is much, much inferior to the experience of Bhagavan. Those who want to have Kaivalyam, experience Atma, you can sit, you can experience your own Atma. But these persons, they just mix up everything and then they say enjoyment of Atma, knowledge about Atma is given in Gita. That is explained as blissful. So that is the ultimate bliss, that is moksham. No, 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 no. This seems like a cat closing its eyes and saying that the entire world is dark. Similarly, they restrict themselves to Kaivalyam. Bhagavad Gita speaks of self-realization, speaks of Kaivalyam. But what they do is, they just restrict themselves to Kaivalyam. Periyalvar says, Varambu Ozhi Vandollai Kudumino. They form a Varambu, they form a border. This Atma is enough. And also restrict the scope of Bhagavad Gita to that self-realization alone. Please don't speak your philosophy in the name of Lord Krishna. Krishna speaks about Vaikuntham as well and proclaims Vaikuntham as the greatest abode, Parama Padam. So there is no doubt about that. Now coming back to one more thing. He says, where is four-armed Krishna, where is four-armed Narayana? In Gita itself, Arjuna asks Krishna, I want to have your darshan in your four-armed form. Kiritinam, Gadinam, Chakrahastam, Ichchami Tvam, Drashtumaham Tathaiva, Tenaiva Rupena, Chaturbhujena, Sahasra Baho Bhava Vishwamurte. So he wants to have darshan in four-armed form. Bhagavan is there in Vaikuntham with his form as well. We say Bhagavan's Divyatma Surupam is spread everywhere. Yes, we accept. At the same time, he has a Divya Mangala Vigraham in Vaikuntham. We have Prashnopanishad reference for that. I'm not sure whether that person has come across Prashnopanishad. Prashnopanishad says, Yaf Punaretam Trimatrena Omiti Etenaiva Aksharena Parampurusham Abhidyayita Sa Tejasi Surya Sampannaha Yatha Padodaras Tvacha Vinirmuchyate Yavam Havaisa Papmana Vinirmuktaha Sasama Bhirunniyate Brahmalokam Sa Etasma Jiva Ghanat Parat Param Purishayam Purusham Ikshate. That person asked, where is darshan? Yes, here it is darshan. Ikshate. With his divine eyes, the Jivatma who reaches Vaikuntham, he has darshan of Bhagavan. It is mentioned in Prashnopanishad. So we go to Vaikuntham, we have darshan of Bhagavan. What is your problem? Why should it bother you? We, by our Acharya Anugraham, we are going to Vaikuntham. We are having darshan of Bhagavan. You have no right to criticize us. You can promote your Mayavada philosophy or whatever philosophy, but you have no right to speak or abuse Ramanuja in this way. Please remember. And he finally says, the entire motto of Bhagavad Gita is to say that Jiva and Ishvara are one and the same. That is the basis of Sanatana Dharmam. He goes on and on, because these days, if anybody says Sanatana Dharmam, then everybody will pray, aha, he is speaking about Sanatana Dharmam. What does he say? Jiva, Atma and Ishvara are one and the same. Did Krishna say anywhere like that? In couple of places, in the 4th Adhyayam, Krishna says, by virtue of possessing Jnanam, Jivatma can be said as equivalent to Paramatma in its knowledge. Not that both are one and the same, but Paramatma is also the embodiment of knowledge. Jivatma is also the embodiment of knowledge. So, Jnana Karam you can say, Krishna says. Similarly, in the 13th chapter, first 2 shlokas, Krishna actually means that, Krishna says, I am the body, I am the Jivatma, Krishna says. Doesn't mean that body and Krishna are one and the same. Even these people never say, our body and Bhagavan is one. They say soul and Bhagavan is one. Actually, Krishna says, I am the body, I am the soul, means your body is also under my control. Your soul is also under my control. But later in the 15th chapter, Purushottama Vidya, Krishna gives excellent clarification. Yasmat ksharam atitoham Aksharadapicha Uttamaha. Please, you refer Bhagavad Gita. Just having a book of Bhagavad Gita in hand will not suffice. You have to read Bhagavad Gita entirely. You can't just pluck half shlokas, quarter shlokas and interpret in your own way. You have to quote full shlokas. You have to read the preceding and succeeding shlokas and give explanation which is not contradictory to the other parts of Gita also. Yasmat ksharam atitoham aksharadapicha uttamaha. Krishna says, I am greater than the bonded Jivatmas in samsara. I am also greater than the liberated Muktatmas in Vaikuntham. Ksharam, Aksharam. I am greater than both Baddhatma and Muktatma. So he is different from all Jivatmas. So he says, Jivatmas are called Purushats. Atosmi loke vedecha pratitah purushottamaha. Bhagavan is called Purushottama. Jivatmas are Purushas. Bhagavan is Purushottama. He is different from all of us. So there is no use in spitting venom on Ramanuja. If you want to follow some philosophy, you want to propagate your philosophy, you can do, but you have no right to criticize Ramanuja's Bhagavad Gita Bhashyam, which is perfect, to the point, and aligning with what Lord Krishna actually taught Arjuna. Now Ramanuja asks one question. He says, Ramanuja says, I have defeated all Mayavadis. Can we defeat us? He asks. One question Ramanuja asks in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita commentary. Go and try to find answer for that single question. That is, these people, Mayavadis, they say, there is only one entity. There is no second. I have to realize that I am that soul, that one entity. There is no second. Everything is illusion. As per your philosophy, Krishna should be a realized person. So Krishna should have realized that I am the only real entity, everything is illusion. If everything else is illusion, Arjuna should also be an illusion, right? Why should this Krishna, who is the truth, speak this Bhagavad Gita to illusionary Arjuna? Will any sane person teach something to an illusionary person? No. Then as per your philosophy, then Krishna himself is not a sane person, or Krishna himself doesn't have your Advaita wisdom. Okay, Krishna himself doesn't have wisdom. Then if he teaches, can we accept that teaching? Because first the teacher should possess knowledge, then only he can teach. So as per your philosophy, 1, Krishna should not possess knowledge at all. 2, if he has your form of knowledge, then Arjuna is an illusion. There is no room of teaching Bhagavad Gita at all. So if there is a Guru, there is a Shishya, there is Dvaita. Guru is different from Shishya, Shishya is different from Guru. There itself Dvaitam is there. So just theoretical teaching of these things and propagating Buddhism in the name of Hinduism, Vedic religion or Sanatana Dharmam, these are all, these won't work out, because we are all well versed in Ramanuja philosophy. Ramanuja has already cleared all our doubts. So those who say we are Ramanuja Dasas never get bewildered by the statements of these people. And one more thing, I have to tell that person as a friend, or you can take it as a well-wisher also. Bhagavan Krishna has said one thing. People like you who say Ishwaroham, I am God, I am God, I am God. Many people are telling these days. But Lord Krishna says, please refer. You have got Bhagavad Gita book in hand. Please see 16th chapter, 14th verse. Ishwaroham aham bhogi. There is one verse. Krishna says the destination for people who says I am God, Ishwaroham. Krishna has given one destination for them, because for we people who perform Sharanagati as per Ramanuja's way, Krishna has clearly shown the path. Archiradi Margam, you go to Vaikuntham, the path is clear, destination is clear. But for you people who say Ishwaroham, does Upanishad say any place or destination or whatever it is, whatever highest state you attain, has any Upanishad spoken of that thing? A person who says I am God will attain such thing? No Upanishad says. Brahma Sutram, it also speaks of attaining the lokam of Bhagavan only. Please see the 4th adhyayam of Brahma Sutram. Fully speaks about attainment of mukti in the spiritual abode only. And finally in Bhagavad Gita, please refer 16th chapter, 14th verse, Ishwaroham aham bhogi, for such people who say Jiva and Ishvara are one. I am God. For all those people who are all gods, who are all assuming themselves as gods, Krishna has given one destination. That's the place where they all finally land up. Please, I request you to safeguard yourself from landing in that place. And even if you resort to Ramanuja at this stage, Ramanuja is definitely pleased to uplift you as well. So, never ever spew venom against any Acharya for that matter. And especially Ramanuja, he has condensed beautifully the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So, there is no room for half-baked people to spew venom or abuse Ramanuja's Gita Bhashya. Let us all be clear. Aladavandar, the Paramacharya of Ramanuja himself, has clearly pointed out the basis of Bhagavad Gita. Swadharma Jnana Vairagya Sadhya Bhaktieka Gocharaha Narayana Param Brahma Gita Shastre Samiritaha. You perform your duty perfectly without attachment. Develop Jnanam, knowledge about your soul, and develop Vairagyam. You refrain yourselves from worldly desires. With that, you attain Bhakti Yogam, devotional loving meditation towards Bhagavan. With that, you attain Narayanan, Parabrahman. This is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So, let us always be clear, as per Gita or as per all Shastras or even as per our own experience, nobody can ever become God. But what these people do is, they reduce God to almost nothing. They take away the power of God. They take away the knowledge of God, because in their Mayavada philosophy, God is consciousness. But that conscious God does not possess knowledge. கடவுளுக்கு அறிவில்லை. He has no knowledge. He has no cognizing ability, mere consciousness. So they reduce God to nothing. They reduce themselves to nothing. Then they say, God is also nothing. I am also nothing. So nothing is equal to nothing. I am God. So you cannot reduce God. God is everything. I am something. This something should be subservient to that everything. But you should not, just for the sake of you becoming God, you should not bring down God to nothing, bring down yourself to nothing, and then say He is also nothing, I am also nothing, so both are one and the same. This is fully fallacy. This is a scam. Please don't believe them. And another request to our Ramanuja Dasas, our devotees, we need not give so much importance to such people who spew venom on acharyas. We can just ignore them and we can all move in our paths. We can enjoy the attributes of Bhagavan. We can enjoy the glories of Ramanuja, and also we can enjoy the writings of Ramanuja throughout our life. Thank you.